All right, so thank you. And now let's go ahead and get started. So again, just a little bit on the Zoom etiquette, mute yourself while speaking. If you have low bandwidth, close down the video and feel free to participate. So who we are, I'm gonna hand it over to Andrew to introduce himself.
Hey guys, my name is Andrew Salcido. I'm an instructional designer for the Global Outreach and Extended Education with the Fulton Schools of Engineering. I'll go ahead and hand it off to Chris now.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Putty. See some familiar names and a few new ones, but I work with Andrew for Global Outreach and Extended Education for the Dean's Office at Fulton School of Engineering. Sam.
Thank you. My name is Sam Micra. I'm an instructional design specialist for the Office of the Dean at the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. So first, we're going to go over the video upload process itself. So this assumes that you already have your video created. Whatever your lecture video is or any video that you're uploading into Canvas, you've already had it created. And so first, we're going to go with MediaAMP.
So MediaAMP, this is our enterprise solution. Basically, any faculty member should have access to MediaAMP just using your regular ASU Write login. You'll see there you can log in directly, but there is a Canvas integration as well that we'll show you real quick. But what you need to do first, if you've never used MediaAMP, you need to log in. So if you look, the first bullet point there, it's asu.modalis.io. That's the URL. And then we took a little screenshot over there that you just sign in with your ASU Write at asu.edu. It will remove the password field and it'll just show you a big orange login button. Once you hit that login button, it'll take you to a pretty familiar looking login page where you select faculty, staff, input your account information again, and then you'll be provisioned a MediaAMP account with faculty access, and you'll be taken to basically your home page. It won't look like much, it'll be blank if it's your first use, but we're gonna show you how to upload. And that's what you see in that screenshot over on the bottom right. You'll see basically a blank screen with a maroon bar at the top with some options. There's no content there, so we're gonna upload, and that's what we're gonna do when we click that button, the little cloud with the up arrow on it. So once you do upload a file, basically I can show you, well, oh no, I'm not sharing my screen, never mind. Sorry about that. So basically once you upload a video, it's a pretty easy process. It's drag and drop. It can accept pretty much any format, any video format that any modern camera, webcam, or cell phone will produce. So if you do any sort of screencast-o-matic, PowerPoint recordings, or Zoom recordings, all those files are accepted. So it's a basic drag and drop to the browser. Once the file uploads, and that will be based on your internet speed. So that can take, and the size of the file as well. So that can take anywhere from a couple minutes up to, like I said, depending on the size of the file, it can be a lot longer. But basically, once the video processes, and it is queue-based, you'll then see this interface appear when you click on it, and that's what we showed you on the right there for that screenshot. You can click on a share button, and you'll see that all these options appear where you have the video player interface, and then over to the right, highlighted there, you have the share tab, bullet point number 1 in the screenshot. So this is where you pick up your embed code that you're going to put into Canvas. And you'll see under the share tab, you have different options. Share on the web is what you're going to select. I don't know, I think this is Andrew's screen. If you could put your mouse over where it says share on the web. Yep, there you go. And then below that, this is the feature that makes, for me, MediaAMP kind of important for us to use internally. The player type, you can use a public player or a restricted player. The difference is a public player is what it says. It's that content, you can share it publicly, so you can embed it into social media, you can share it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and then students, they'll be able to share that content as well. If you click that pull-down menu and use restricted player, then only those ASU Write authenticated users will be able to view the content. So that's important to remember for intellectual property type situations. And again, that's your preference. It just depends on if you want that restricted or not. So that's the player type. And then you'll see, depending on what you want to do, we're going to do embed code because we're adding to Canvas. You'll see the embed code tab there. and you just highlight that text starting where it has the iframe and then all the way to the end of the bracket. So it's important to get where it says that first bracket all the way to the end where it says iframe. So once you highlight that text and you click copy, go to the next slide. So basically then, oh, oops, I think we're missing a.
Chris, we actually go over the embed process after we talk about YouTube.
Okay, okay, yeah, so I'll hand it over to you then for YouTube.
Sure, thanks. So that is the MediaAMP route, what Chris just went over. Now, if you want to do your uploading on YouTube, the first thing you want to do is log into my ASU. Go to Google Drive, basically across the top where you see those quick links, and then select the squares in the top right corner and click YouTube. Now, the reason I bring this up is because if you have a personal YouTube account, you might be uploading your lectures into your personal YouTube. So with doing it through my ASU, by logging into my ASU first and then going to your Google Drive and selecting YouTube from those squares, it's called the Google Suite, you're ensuring that the video that you are uploading is going to your ASU account. And speaking of which, when it comes to uploading YouTube videos, if you're doing it for the very first time, you're gonna want to verify your account first. The reason for that is because if you don't verify the account first, YouTube will not allow your video to be uploaded if the video is over 15 minutes, which if it's a lecture video, it probably will be over 15 minutes. So our recommendation there is once you've done the process of the My ASU and then Google Drive and then YouTube, go ahead and open a new tab in that same browser window and just type in youtube.com/verify. That will take you directly to the page where you can verify that your ASU account is legit, if you will, and that way YouTube will allow you to go ahead and upload those 15-minute plus videos. So once you're in YouTube, once you've done all that, you're just gonna look in the top right corner of your screen and you're gonna see that little camera icon to the left there. And then when you click that, you'll just go ahead and click on upload video. And the process is somewhat similar to the MediaAMP process here. You either drag and drop the file that you want to upload if it's somewhere accessible on your screen, or you can go ahead and click on select file and then navigate through either your Finder window on a Mac or your Windows Explorer windows on a Windows PC and find the video file through there. Now, once you've actually uploaded it, there's a process that you do before the upload begins. Andrew, if you can go to the next slide, please. Your first step, they're gonna ask you for the title of the video, of course, right? So go ahead and put the title there under details, and then you're gonna scroll down on that same page and you actually have to check whether the audience, whether the video is made for kids. It likely won't be, so you're just gonna go ahead and select no, it's not made for kids, and then you click next. Now, notice how on the screenshot to the right, the one labeled visibility, the number 2 video elements is grayed out, whereas details has a checkbox to it. The reason for that is because the video elements screen, you don't have to do anything there. Video elements just ask you to do things like add title cards and things that might be a little too complicated when all we want to do is just upload that video into the platform. So you can actually go ahead and skip that part. But then when you get to step 3, visibility, you'll want to have save or publish selected, but you do want to have the video as unlisted. That way you have the video, but it's not accessible just by a simple search on YouTube. But if you do share the video link with people, they'll be able to see it that way. And if you embed the video in Canvas, which is what we'll be doing here, they'll be able to see it that way as well. So definitely go over details, put a title in there, see it's not made for kids, and then skip step 2 if you'd like. And then on step 3, make sure you select that unlisted option to make sure your students can see your video. Now, to get the embed code in YouTube, all you're gonna do is go into the top right corner of the page that you're on. You should see an icon, whether it's, if you don't have a picture uploaded, it's gonna be the first initial of your first name. You're gonna click that, and then you're gonna go ahead and click on YouTube Studio. On the left-hand side of the new page, you're gonna click on videos, locate the video that you see in the list that you want to embed or grab the embed code for, and when you hover over it, you get this list of 4 icons, if you will. You're going to want to click the YouTube symbol or the play icon. When you click on that, it takes you directly to the video. And then you'll see the classic YouTube page. When you're going to see a video on YouTube, you'll see that classic page. Bottom right corner, just above Analytics Edit Video, you're going to see Share. You're gonna click that, select embed, which is the very first option on the left-hand side, and then you're gonna get that HTML code that will that you'll be able to take over into Canvas, which I believe is what we're gonna cover right about next.
Yeah, so after you have your embed code from either MediaAMP or from YouTube, you need to embed that video into Canvas. So the way to do that, there's actually multiple ways to do that, but the way that we're going to show you right now is if you have not had a page created yet. If you do have a page created, as we go through this presentation, I'll tell you what you'll see. But for right now, you'll want to go and create a new page. So create a new page in Canvas by selecting page up here. Now, when you're in your new page, or let's just say now that you're in a page that you've already created, you can go to edit mode in that page and then also get this menu option here. When you do have this rich content editor, you want to select insert edit media. And from here, you'll get this little screenshot right here. You'll want to select embed. And then you'll just paste your code right in here and select OK. What I love about this is there's no need to go into the HTML area. So if you're not comfortable going into the HTML and finding where to put your code, this makes it so much easier because I can insert my cursor anywhere I like and then select this option, select embed, and put the code in here. Now, just a quick tip for YouTube. If you aren't comfortable with getting the embed code, you can select general and just put in the link and then it will embed it for you. But the visual player will look a little bit different, but I suggest doing it this route. Another tip for MediaAMP. So Chris talked about getting the embed code and then I walked you through the steps. Another way of doing that is that in our rich content editor here, you have like this 3-layer icon. If you select that, this is a direct link to MediaAMP. So by selecting this, it's going to link into MediaAMP inside of your course, and then you'll be able to see your list of videos that you'll be able to just click on it, and then it'll pop right into the editor, and you can save that way as well. So there's multiple ways of doing things. It just depends on the comfort level that you feel that you would do for embedding the video inside of your course. And again, so after I clicked that MediaAMP link, it lists all the videos here. So I'm able to select, if I wanted to select this video, I would just select it and it would pop right into my Canvas editor, just like this. I want to give it a title, and then all I have to do from here now is save.
So how do you decide between which tool you want to use? It's pretty much up to you. It's a matter of personal preference. So when we're looking at the differences, MediaAMP is a lot easier to restrict. As Chris mentioned earlier, there is that restricted playback feature where only ASU users can view that. And then it also has a playlist feature. With YouTube, on the other hand, it requires that unlisted upload for video visibility in Canvas. And then again, it's not ASU only like MediaAMP is. So if you have, say, a person in your class that maybe really like that lecture and wants to share it with someone outside of ASU who is not a student, they will be able to do that because they have the link to the video. So that's something to consider there. And other features vary as well. So if you're looking at doing captioning, the MediaAMP procedure for captioning is different than the YouTube procedure. So there's something to consider there. And also in YouTube, there is some minor editing that you can do, like you can splice certain parts of the video out, you can add title cards, things that MediaAMP at this moment doesn't let you do. So if there are just very few minor edits that you're looking to do, you may want to use YouTube for your upload procedure so you can do that. So pretty much, as I mentioned, what is it that you're looking for? If you're looking for privacy, you might want to go the MediaAMP route because that's restricted to ASU only. Ease of captioning, personally, I find the caption procedure in YouTube a little more easy than the caption procedure in MediaAMP, but again, that is just a matter of personal preference. Again, ease of sharing, so if you want to be able to share it easily, Either you can do MediaAMP and use that button that Andrew just showed us previously, where it already shows all the videos that you've uploaded before, and you just select one, or you might want to just do the embed code using YouTube. And just the last one is maybe just an aesthetics thing. It's just the look of the tool, right? The layout of the tool. So as you can see on left, that's how the YouTube lecture would look. And on the right, that's how your MediaAMP lecture would look. So it really might just depend on how you prefer the video to look for your students. Does anyone have any questions?
I have a quick comment. It's not exactly a question. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm Josh Sapagil. I just joined UTO, replacing John Tallberg, for those of you who may have known him. So I am the quote unquote MediaAMP guy, as John described himself. I just wanted to offer like a quick clarification, just because I think that there will be a difference, and I don't want people to use the tool one way expecting one thing and get something else. When you're using the restricted player, that is restricted to ASU websites. However, it will only play from an ASU website. However, it is possible for other users to view that video if they're on that ASU website. So it's not behind ASU Right. I just want to make sure that's clear for anyone who might be expecting that. It will still play for external users if it is hosted on your ASU website. But it can't be shared outside of ASU. That is absolutely correct.
Does that include, like, because this environment would be typically, like, these would be videos, you know, hosted in Canvas. So, I mean, it would be assumed that they're already authenticated into ASU Right anyway. Is that just another way to secure them then?
Correct. And so you're right. They would already be authenticated into Canvas behind ASU Right. So those videos would be protected by ASU Right because they're in the Canvas environment. But that restricted player basically prevents sharing. So your students can't go and, you know, dig into the code of your website, get the link and send it to other people. That video will not work anymore once it's removed from the ASU ecosystem.
That's the main idea we wanted to convey.
Yes. I just wanted to clarify. I didn't want anyone to think, oh, I upload this and my students have to sign in to watch it no matter where I put it, because there is a difference. It will not make them sign in. It just restricts it from sharing outside of ASU. So thank you. Also, thank you for doing this. This is awesome to see you guys pushing these tools out and sharing this knowledge with everybody.
Candace, in regards to your question, and thanks, Josh. In regards to your question, Candace, about captioning, do you just need like a brief rundown of like where you would go to do that, or can you clarify a little on the question with captioning?
Yeah, I was just wondering how it worked, because I noticed that when I'm making videos, like screencasts and PowerPoint, there's like an automatic sort of captioning based on voice recognition. And I was wondering if that's how it worked for these players as well.
Yeah, so both players have like auto captioning, if you will. Andrew, can you go back to the slide that shows the screenshot from MediaAMP where you get the embed code? I think it's like slide, I don't know, 8 maybe or something. One of the tabs across the top there is a captioning. You'll see it right there in the top right corner. And there, what you can do is there's a button that will auto transcribe the video. And then then it'll show you what it's transcribed, and you can actually go in and edit if you'd like any of the mistakes that the auto transcriber made. And then you'll hit a publish button, and that will automatically publish the captions into the video. And then when your students are looking at the video through MediaAMP, when it's embedded, they get a CC, the closed captioning icon in the bottom right, kind of where you see the full screen and the minute markers there. They'll get that button there. And then on YouTube, so that's how the MediaAMP captioning procedure will work. And then on YouTube, it's a little more complicated. You actually have to go into the video and click edit. And then there is an area there where it'll say captioning, and it does the same thing. It will auto transcribe it for you and auto publish it for you. But then again, you'll want to revisit it to clean up the errors, if you will. And then publish those. So it is a little more complex on the YouTube side, I believe, but both kind of have the same process to it, to where you just find that captioning tab on MediaAMP or the section when you're editing the video in YouTube, and you go from there. I can definitely follow up with you with more detailed directions if you'd like.
Okay, thank you.
And then the MediaAMP captions is automatic. So a couple months ago, it was right before John Talberg left. We were able to sort of convince everyone that it was a good idea to have the automatic speech recognition in MediaAMP enabled for all video uploads. So you don't need to tell it to caption, you just need to go publish it for everything you upload once it's done processing the captioning. So that was an extra step that we took out just to make it easier. Just because captions benefit all learners, even if it's not a disability request. And then that way, if you have a disability request, you already have the automatic captions there as a starting point to correct them.
And Candace, if you don't mind, what program do you work for?
I'm in SEMTI.
Okay, I know with FSC we have some other resources that could help with captioning too, so I didn't know how.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions? If not, there is our contact information. So our Fulton School of Engineering, you can use their Slack channel or send an email to fsc-canvas@asu.edu. College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, you can send us an email to the college online at asu.edu. Other than that, thank you so much for joining us. Are you going to share this recording anywhere? Yes, we are creating a YouTube channel actually that has the recordings that we have, that has all of our Lightning Launch recordings uploaded to it. So we will definitely be sharing that out.
Sweet. Thank you, Sam. This is awesome.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now. Thank you, everybody.